and giving yourself credit for showing up today. Yay! We don't celebrate enough often in life. So coming in, hold on one more second, and let's start standing. And I just went for a walk and I'm like all bundled up and my house is really warm because I put the heat on this morning or the extra heat. Inhale, open, reach for the heavens, look up, and then exhale, just feeling the space around you, feeling the plants touching you. Inhale, reach and open. Exhale, open wide, feeling into the space around you. Inhale, heart opening, chest opening, lungs. And exhale, if it feels okay, bend your knees, drop your head to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, feeling into the space around you, opening and lifting. And exhale, drop it down. Knees are bent. Soften your neck, soften the back of your body. Inhale, lift, arch, open. Exhale, take it all the way down. Open your feet wider and just shift from side to side. Not going for your biggest hamstring stretch, just mobilizing your spine, relaxing your head, relaxing your neck, shifting your tail. Come into center and roll it all the way up. And we're just going to do a little internal and external rotation here. So it's a cat-cow standing. Internally rotate, externally rotate. Internally rotate, externally rotate. Spiral in, spiral out. So I'm turning my feet in and my arms and I'm getting that rotation in my hip sockets, in my rotator cuff, internal rotation as I do a little cat-cow with my spine. Arching open, hollow and curl, spiral open, hollow and curl, arch and open, hollow and curl, and last one, arch and open, hollow and curl. And then taking your arms up over your head, pushing through the heels of your hands, very gently and easily shifting from side to side. I'm just going to mute everybody. Don't worry, you don't have to. I just did it. Shifting from side to side. Think of being like seaweed in the ocean, and there are gentle waves mobilizing. So you're mobilizing your spine, diaphragm is moving, hips, whole body moving, like a piece of seaweed in the waves. Gentle, soft waves. Good. And then come in. Your hands are interlaced. You're going to try to pull apart, but your fingers are holding together. So there's energy moving outward, and you're just going to circle over your head. Let your rib cage, lungs, and heart move around. Diaphragm is moving. Shoulder blades are moving. Free flow in your body as the arms are pulling out. Change direction other way. If you are feeling like you need to, and you have the wherewithal, change fingers that are in front. So non-dominant hand goes in front. If that's too much to think about, don't do it. And then you're going to add a little bit of pelvis to it. So if it's too much to think about, don't add the pelvis. But if it feels like, oh yeah, that feels good and I can do it, circling your pelvis as well. Go back one more time since we didn't add the pelvis on the other side. And then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go. Little bounce. If it feels okay to jump, jump, but you don't have to. If it feels like, oh, it's a little too much for my joints, don't do it. But if it feels okay, giving your bones, your joints, your body the information that it can get a little stronger and a little more resilient. Good. And let that go. We're going to do the lymph flush. So you're rubbing your hands together. This is to get your lymphatic system really open and flowing, big detoxifier of your body. And then you're going to take your right hand to your upper left collarbone, and you're going to move gently, massaging above and below your collarbone. Doesn't have to be, you're not trying to dig in, you're not trying to hit trigger points. You're just trying to move that tissue. Feel the rise and fall of the breath. Same thing on the other side. You can squish up your face, open up your face, get your face moving, getting the pattern of your personality to free up a little bit. So we're not locking into being. Relax your jaw. And then we're going to come up to the angle of the jaw, really gentle up here. So I'm going right around here and then getting my fingers in and I'm just circling. Very gentle, very easy. Moving those lymph node pathways that then are going to come down and clear as they drain into your blood flow. And then they move out through your system. Yeah, they join the venous flow and filter out through your body. Ah, so arterial flow, nourishing, bringing oxygen, venous flow, returning to flush out. And so it's the subclavian vein that is the main pathway of your lymph coming back to your blood flow to filter through your body. If it feels tender, be very gentle in there. We're going to come up to this one right here. So it's just above my nostril. There's a little kind of indentation circling in there. As I'm doing that, I'm also squishing up my face, opening it up. So I'm just increasing flow through the tissue of my face and through those lymph nodes. Harry Nicholson, he's a chiropractor in New Jersey and the huge lymph flush guru person. Really interesting work. He calls this the toilet of the face, so clear it out. I don't think I would call it the toilet of the face, but just putting that out there. You're going to slide down to right under your cheekbone. There's a big exit area from inside your head right there. Very gentle. You're not trying to break anything up. You're just trying to encourage movement. Good. And then shake that out. We're going to do a little bit of energy points as well. So we're mixing it together. Here are my collarbones. I slide down about 1.5 inches and there's a little indentation. I'm circling in there. So it's K27 points. It's all connected. The energy system of your body, the physiological system, the emotional system, all of it working together. You can let out a big sigh. Free up your body, free up your body-mind system. Let go. Releasing in your neck and jaw and throat. And then we're going to come in to the thymus thump right on top of your sternum. You can do a little Tarzan, making some noise. Tarzan out, thymus thump. And then we'll get back to the lymph flush. Just shake out your arms in case they're feeling tired. Right hand to the left pec, armpit right there, squishing around there. Again, huge lymphatic pathway moving through your armpit. We want that lymph flow moving, right? No breast cancer, moving the lymph. And if you have had, this is for the TV land humans, if you have had breast cancer, if you have had operations, if you've had breast implants, be very gentle with this area. Not talking to my room necessarily. I'm talking to the people in the TV world. Be very gentle. Take it to the other side, same thing. We're not trying to break anything open. We're just trying to clear and encourage flow. Feeling your breath. Let your breath go all the way down to your belly, or rather breath moving the belly. So we're not clenching up and holding anything in. We're letting our body have some movement and flow. And then next place, sternochyli. Here is my belly button. There's the base, xiphoid process, base of my ribs, right in the middle. In that middle place, you're going to kind of dig in and up. Sternochyli, biggest lymph node in your body. And it's deep in your body. It is profound. It is deep in there. So gentle. I kind of curl over it a little so my fingers can go in. And this is my least favorite lymph place to flush. I usually prefer to do deep diaphragmatic breathing. We'll get there in a minute. Okay, next place, inguinal fold between your pubic bone and your hip bones in the close to your business. Get in there, Gently, again, we're not trying to rip anything up. We're just trying to encourage flow. If anything sore or tender, be very gentle in that area. And then coming behind the eye of the knee, so right in there, I'm taking the flat of the side of my finger and I'm making little circles. And I'm checking out all the cat hair that has landed on my on my leggings that I just washed, just from kneeling down there on the floor. Yeah, the 3-cat house, it means you got to vacuum like every day or every couple of days. And even then, it's out of control. Shake it out, bounce. Again, just getting that flowing energy in your body. Let me do original sound. On. So we're going to do this little huff and puff for a second. And it's going to come, it's very free flow. And I'm going to show you, and it may feel really ridiculous. So please enjoy that. Get childish, be ridiculous, be foolish. It is, it's like a monkey. You're breathing through your nose, huffing and puffing, through your mouth, bouncing it around. So now we're getting that deep diaphragmatic breathing, clearing up the pathways in the sinuses. But you can also breathe through your mouth. Bounce. Don't worry, we are going to get on the floor and do something that looks a lot more like exercise in a minute. Really flowing your body, awakening your kinesphere, getting your realm of movement alive and awake. And this deep diaphragmatic breathing, right? Finishing off that lymph flush by really enlivening your whole body. Good. And you can let that go. Bring that into a close. Blow your nose if you have to. It can be particularly snotty to really huff and puff. But if you are getting snotty, just recognize that this is a movement of flow also, right? Getting the fluid flow moving. Water in or not. I'm going to take it down to the floor. All that bouncing around. If you're feeling blocked and stuck, if you're feeling blocked and stuck ever, that kind of shaking around is a great way to release blockages, to release tension. So bouncing, I'm just shutting some of these curtains because the sun is right in my face. Bouncing around, great for the body-mind system. Let's take it into side stretch. One side, open it up, and then to the other. Little port de bras, side to side, letting your head go off vertical, moving through the sunspot. Feeling your sit bones connected to the ground, connected to the floor. And then you're going to circle the whole way around. So you're going to take it to the side, reach forward, change arms as you come around the front, and then open up, changing direction, other way, sideways, forward, to the side, open it up. Side stretch, reaching your head away from your tail, long spine, circling around, and open, side stretch. Good, and let's change legs. Non-dominant leg comes in front. We're going to slightly change the exercise. You're going to come to the side, and here you're going to exhale, curl and round, and then inhale, arch and open. Exhale, hollow and curl, inhale, arch and open. Exhale, rounding your spine, inhale, arch and spiral, exhale, inhale. Take it deeper, straight to the side, and then come up the center, and same thing on the other side. Exhale, hollow and curl, inhale, opening heart lungs, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Take it deeper down to that side, and then lengthen up the top. From here, we're just going to roll down the front. Drop your head, reach your arms out in front of you. Breathe into your back. Breathe into your gut body. So the diaphragm is pushing down into the organs when we breathe. We're not trying to hold it all up in the top of our lungs. Deep breathing, and then just gently free up your spine, shifting your weight a little bit from side to side, letting that movement sneak through your spine from your tail to your head. Free flow, opening up, and then coming to the top. And we'll take a quick spiral towards the top leg, whichever one it is, or the other one, whichever way you went was the right way. And then go the other way. And then come back in, and we're going to take it down to the floor onto our backs. Landing on the floor. Just take a second to let yourself really land. Like if you feel like you're holding yourself away from the floor, it's not like you're trying to smash your body into the floor, but you want to let yourself release down into the floor. Feel the gravitational pull of the earth. The fluid in your body, the fascia, your bones, everything in there understands gravity, right? We are formed through the gravitational pull of the earth. So let yourself nestle into the gravity, be held by the gravity of the earth. You're not going to fall off. You're connected. And then from there, you're just going to knee drop from side to side, opening through the middle and then closing. Open, 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 and close. Let this be very relaxed. We're trying to take tension out of our bodies. We work like when we work in a more efficient manner, there is more flow in our body. Our body can perform its processes like digestion, metabolism more easily when we're not in sort of crunchy, grippy modes, which isn't to say we're not going to engage our muscles, but in this, we're trying to just relax as much as possible. So there's work, but it should feel really easy and like you're getting a massage, gently massaging the inner body so there's capacity for motion, capacity for movement work, and release. And then we'll come in and get a little more active. Let's take the arms and the legs. You're going to inhale, pressing up, and exhale, fold and lower. So it's just a bridge. Inhale, arms go over your head, pelvis goes up, and exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, warming up the back of your body, opening the front of your body. And right now, I'm not rolling up and down. I'm just unfolding in the hips, pressing up, and then folding and bringing it down. Inhale, up, exhale, down, keep going. Inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, exhale, down. Leave your hands on the floor. Inhale, lift your pelvis, circles with your hips, mobilizing your pelvis, circling around as big or small as feels good in your body. And change direction. So spine is mobilizing, right? You're shifting your weight from foot to foot, pelvis circling. Try to stay present in the sensation in your body. What does it feel like to move? And then come into center. We're going to do this little breath exercise that I learned from Leslie Kaminoff, which I love. Just take a breath or two on the floor. Big filling up, expansive inhale. Exhale as much out as you possibly can. You're going to press your pelvis up. I'm going to show you my ribs. Very exciting. I am going to inhale, push up higher, draw my chest into my chin, making this arch. Then I'm going to exhale, keeping my chest at my chin. And then I'm going to roll it down, holding that exhale. Once I hit the bottom, I let the air flow back in and I reestablish that lumbar curve, right? We'll do it a couple of times. So you press up in any way. You take a deep breath, push with your feet, draw your chest to your chin. Inhale, exhale as much out as feels good, keeping your chest to your chin, and then roll it down vertebra by vertebra. At the bottom, you let yourself fill up with breath. So it should feel kind of like a little vacuum. If you have just eaten recently, this might not feel great. Pretty good to do if you're on an empty stomach. Last time, press it up. Inhale, chest to chin. Exhale out. Hold that exhale. Roll it down. Once you hit the bottom, reestablish that lumbar curve and let the breath just fill back up. It might be that you actually have to exhale when you get to the body. We're to the bottom. We're going to do it one last time because I feel like 3 times is good, and you might have just been watching one time. So, chest to chin, exhale, roll down. Let the air return in and then release. All right, we've done all that. Just free flow your spine for a second. Wriggle, shake, jiggle, squirm. Let your body, head-tail connection, just free up. Then you're going to press up again. We're going to interlace our hands behind our back. We're doing a lot of back work this morning. We'll get to our abs in a minute. Pushing the floor away. If you can't interlace, it's fine. Just push the floor away. If you can, walk your shoulders together. We're going to inhale, knees open, exhale, knees closed. Inhale, open, exhale, closed. Inhale, feeling that femur head up there in your hip socket, internally rotating and externally rotating. Inhale, open, exhale, close. I'm going to the outer edge of my foot, and then I'm going to the inner edge of my foot. Open, close. Getting that tissue in my quad and in my shin and calf in my lower leg to mobilize in this internal and external rotation. Last one. Bring it into center, lift your heels, push up, open your hands, widen your shoulders, roll it down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down to the floor. Take a deep breath in, shake everything out, free up your flow. Whatever you were holding on to, let it go. And from there, let's take a happy baby pose. Let your happy baby be happy baby-like a happy baby. Playful baby pose. I saw a picture recently of somebody's niece in this happy baby pose. It's a real thing. Babies do this. It's a developmental pattern, or it's part of one. All right. Let's do some leg circles. So, hands down by your sides, legs up to the ceiling. You can start small with these. Hands can open out if you need more balance. Try to straighten your knees, point your toes. And if it feels good and you want to go bigger, start to let the circles spiral more and more open. But you're going to work in a range of motion that feels good to you. I am going to hit the plant. It's always, these plants are always part of the dance. Going as big as feels good. If you want to and it feels good, you can roll it up and open. It's just an option. You don't have to do it. Doing the thing that appears to be the hardest one is not always the best move. Sometimes you're getting a lot out of not doing it that way, but listen to your own body. Last one. And then you're going to open your feet wide. We're going to do the reverse in a minute. Open your feet wide so that they are at the edges of your sticky mat or past it, and then internally rotate one leg at a time. Spiraling in. Again, getting that tissue, those layers of fascia, muscle, fluid, to have some differentiated movement, sliding and gliding with this internal and external rotation. And then you can take one leg down, and if it feels good, hook your heel over the other one. Breathe into that. Notice if you're holding any tension in the rest of your body, and see if you can relax the rest of your body. Then release, switch it to the other side, same thing, hooking your heel. Just breathe and melt. Feeling in every inhalation a slight rise away from the floor, and the exhale, we melt back into the floor. And then come in. Before we do the other side, we're going to do some rolling. So I'm going to roll onto my side, fetal position. My knees and elbows are bent. Keeping my knees and elbows bent, I'm just going to open knee and elbow of one side and then close knee and elbow of the other side. So it's like we're being like a book, opening the book, closing the book. Try to relax your head into the floor. And then we're going to slightly change it. Just as we open the book, we're going to unfold the whole thing out. The pop-up book unfolds and come back in. Unfold, open it out, fold it and close. Open and close. Massaging out your back, stretching your inner thighs, lengthening out your legs, reaching out through your fingers and toes. And then this is going to be our last one. Just take it onto your back and just roll a little bit from side to side, massaging out your sacrum and lower back. And then bring it in. And let's do the reverse. So the reverse we're going to do with flex feet, reaching your legs up, starting with small circles, reaching through your heel, letting them spiral more and more open if it feels good. If you feel like, oh, I really just need to stay here, then that is completely fine. But if you feel like, oh, I just want to, like, if I want to get a bigger range of motion, then go for that, right? Listen to your body. Try to listen to your body and not your ego, right? It might be like, oh, I want to have this perfect this and that, and so I'm going to do this. But be present with your body. So experiencing your body as an experience, not objectifying your body as a thing separate from you. It is you. And that's it. We're not going to do a whole lot of those. Release it. We're going to flip over onto your belly. And this is for you, Susan, so that we get there earlier in the class. We'll get back onto our backs again in a minute, but starting on your belly, you're going to do a baby cobra, hands, little arch up, hands come off, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, strengthening your back. Exhale, opening the front of your body. Right, this is the anti-cell phone position, right? In cell phone, we're here. Not cell phone. Opening up. Connect your hands to the floor. Take your ear to your shoulder. Still a baby cobra, but you're going to do a baby cobra with a little head circle. Very gentle, 3 or 4 in each direction. If that hurts at all, don't do it. There's no need to go super high. If you haven't changed directions, change direction. Circling your head as you do that little cobra. Good. And then come in, relax your hips and butt, wag your tail. Big happy kitty tail wag. Cats aren't quite the same with their tails, although I will say one of my cats is a Manx, and her little tail, which is like a finger size, it's very much like a dog. She's really funny. Rock your legs from side to side, massage out your quads, relax your butt. It's very expressive, and her little Manx tail is very differently expressive than the other cats. So funny. And then reach your legs down below you. Drop your head onto your hands, curl your toes under, leave your knees on the floor, and just push up and down. Imagine that you are a wave, that your body is just a wave, and as you're pushing up and down, you're relaxing everything as much as possible. Letting go. And then coming in, and we are going to come all the way up, hands next to your chest, coming all the way up. If you're up for it, bend your knees and look up. going up and down, either with or without the bent knees. And then taking it into a child's pose. Relaxing down. Wiggle around in your child's pose. Be like a child, right? Children aren't sitting there in stillness very much. Most children. Children need to move a lot. So do humans, but we've really shut it down with all our technology and our buttons and cars and things that take away the movement that we would normally do. Roll it back. So do children and humans, children and adults, babies, children's, adults. Most people need to move more. Let's take it into a forearm plank. Finding your forearm plank, push forward and backward, head reaching forward, heels reaching back. And then come into center, one knee to the floor at a time, parallel, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, twisting underneath 1, knee crosses, 2, 3, 4, hello obliques, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down, relax. Take a couple of big deep breaths. Feel your heartbeat maybe. Feel sensation inside your body. Take your hands next to your chest, arch up, come to all fours. We're going to just do bird dog. Such a ridiculous name. Because bird dogs don't actually stick their arms out. They stick their nose out, right? Pointers. Anyway, but we are going to do exercise bird dogs, which are opposite arms leg out, in, out, drop it down. Out, touch, out, come down. Out, in, out. Focus on the arc-like shape, making like a half circle with your hand and your knee. Maybe it's a little bit bigger than a half circle, depending on how high you get that leg and arm up. Arcing out into space. Fingers and toes reaching to that peripheral edge of your kinesphere. Woo! Your realm of potential movement. All the space around your body. What if kids learned what a kinesphere was when they were 5 or 4? Changing our perception of the space around our body changes our minds. One more time each side. Opens them up. Good. Taking a deep breath, just relax for a second. We're going to come down. That was the second. Come down to our forearms and with our butt up in the air. From this position, you're going to push into your arms. So take your weight slightly forward. Spiral your arms open, palms to the floor. Spiral pushing into your forearm, bring it in. If you spend much time on a cell phone or a computer, you probably need this movement. Or driving, really doing anything. Cooking. Baking. All right, we're going to change it. You're going to roll it, and then you're going to curl your fingers in, make a little fist, lift it up, uncurl it, roll it, stop in the name of love. Drop it down, roll it, curl it in, roll it down, over, lift. Flip. I have good boundaries, right? This is like a boundary position. Stop right there. Good. And relax. And just because I said that, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with boundaries, particularly females, or maybe even males that might be in this class, right? People who are maybe not, they're more good at doing things for other people. Here is just a little practice, and we're going to do it together. You're just going to go, no. Just going to put your arms right out there. Nope, that's enough. Thank you. Like one hand. Everyone gets that, right? Nope. Stop right there. So it's just a practice to be like, no, I'm going to say no. Push it back. Yeah, no. All right, a little embodiment for you, a little embodied thought. Let's come onto our backs again. It's a good practice to have because sometimes we want to say no and we say yes. Like, yeah, I think there are people who say yes and then they really should have said no. And there are people who say no and they really should have said yes, right? So I think people probably end up on one side of that. It probably depends on how much of a giver or a taker you are. All right, but maybe not, who knows? And sometimes people have to say yes and then they can say no, or they have to say no and then they can say yes. Arms up over your head. We're going to do regular Laura version of hundreds. You're going to point your toes, touch the floor, coming up, flex your feet, pulsing 1, 2, point your toes, 4, 5, touch it down. Coming up. I was cramping in my foot. That's why I'm adding the flex and point. Inhale, open. Exhale, flex. And point, touch down. Exhale, flex. And point. Inhale, fill up your lungs. Up. And point. Inhale, up. And point. Deep breath, up. And point. Inhale, open. Exhale. Open it up, up. Point. Inhale, up. Point and relax. I don't know if I said 2 more and then did more or I don't even know. I got lost thinking in the middle of that. Let's do hands behind your head because I was thinking about what the next exercise would be. Cross body movement, elbow to knee, reaching in and reaching out. Really reach through that other leg. Crossing over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, I actually felt my abs because we had just done the hundreds beforehand. Open your arms up, take your feet up off the floor, knees into your chest, hands palm down on the floor, spiraling. You can go slow if that feels good. I'm going to start slow and eventually speed it up a little bit, but I feel like I really need to massage out that lower back hip space that's getting the massage as I'm rolling across here. So take as long as you want. If you need to hang out in the position, then hang out there. I'm turning my head away from my legs because my back feels, apart from that need to roll it out, it feels good. The twisting feels good. If your back is hurting and twisting hurts at all, turn your head in the same direction. If you're like, this is a piece of cake, let's make it harder, extend your legs. This is one of my favorite exercises because my body needs it. Like this for my back really helps avoid back pain. But everyone's different, right? Different things are going to work different for each person. And even every day is a different day in your body. Couple more coming to the end of this. Use your arms and your back as your whole body is working together here. Last one. And relax. Yeah, there's a few exercises that for me really help. What doesn't help is having like a waistband that's digging in. And this one is just a little tight. And I can feel it that puts a lot more pressure into my lower back. Like just having something too tight on can really affect the flow. Surprise, surprise, you've got something digging in. It's affecting the flow. But I can feel that. So I usually don't wear leggings for longer than like a class or a few hours a day. I can't wear them all day long. Even if they're loose enough, I just feel like my skin needs to breathe. All right, enough about me. Let's roll onto our sides. You're going to take your head in your hand, legs are straight down below you. So we're not in the Pilates pike. You're in a long line in your body. This is going to be low, not going for height, up and down. And we're going to start with a flexed foot. Sets of 4, going 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes, 1, 2, not high, 3, 4. We're going to turn it out and keep it low. Flex foot, 1. We'll get high in a minute. 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Internal rotation. Really turn in from that hip socket. Heel up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax for a second. Tap it out. We're going to go high with a flex foot. Flex up and point down. So flexing up, pointing down. 1 for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't have to be your biggest kick. 6, but it can be if it feels good. 7, 8. I feel like I missed one, so I'm going to do an extra one. Yeah, like as a very flexible dancer type, sometimes I would go to people's classes at the gym and they would be like, make it really small, rein it in. And I was always frustrated by that if it didn't let me ever use my full range of motion. But sometimes it's valuable, it's worth it. Okay, we're gonna take this into the Pilates pike. Remember the whole thing on the other side. I'm going to take this arm over my head, the bottom one. My leg's going to reach back, my arm is going to reach forward, and I'm going to really move my body. So not like Pilates here, but I'm taking this contralateral pattern and I'm twisting through my center, spiraling. Again, I'm having a little dance with the plants. Good, last one. You're going to reach forward and then you're going to take, you can come, no, leave your head leave your head down. This arm and knee coming towards each other, look back, reach for the stars, reach it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, getting that spiral. 5, 6, reaching into the back space. 7, we're just going to do 8. We're going to stick with 8s here. 8, and relax. Tap it out. Quad stretch, bend your knee, grab on. If you can't grab your sock or grab your heel, grab your sock, grab your pant leg, whatever you need to do to get that quad stretch. Heel in towards your butt. Knee is parallel to the floor. From there, you can turn in and out a little. Again, getting those layers of fascia, the little fascicles, the little tiny ones, moving against each other so that we can move. Hydrating tissue. From there, you can kick back into the back space, kicking into your hand, and release. Roll onto your back. I'm going to go with knee over knee. You could do ankle over knee, so the leg that just did the work. I'm going knee over knee. You can do ankle over knee. Do whichever one works for you. Taking it in. Breathing into it. And then release. Give it a shake. And flip over onto the other side. Legs are straight down below you. Head is in your hand. Flexed feet parallel. Make sure that you're not all crunched up in there. Chest is open, head is lengthening. Parallel, flex foot, going 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes, 1. Long leg, 3, 4. Internally rotate, spiral in. Heel, 2, 3, 4. Ball of the foot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it, just give it a smack for a second, let it go. Then we'll do the big ones. Kicking up, flex up, point down for 8 or 9 if you need to. Here we go. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to add the extra one just in case I did it on the other side. And then taking your legs into that Pilates pike. Bottom hand goes down on the floor. Top hand forward, leg back. Making this contralateral movement, cross-body movement. Inhale, exhale. Breathing. Use your breath. Spiraling through your waist. 2 more. And then we do the reach in and out for 8. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax. Then a quad stretch. A little bit of internal and external rotation. And kick it back. Release, take it onto your back. Cross that either ankle over knee or knee over knee. Bring it in. Breathe into it. Good, and release it. Roll yourself back and forth. If rolling forward backward hurts, you can roll side to side instead. But if you can roll forward and backwards, see if you can start to get yourself onto your feet in a squat. You could really throw your arms forward for that, or you could push off the floor, or maybe you can just do it without any of that. Last one. Take your hands to the floor, reach your legs back, coming into a plank. I think this is pretty much the end of it all. Yeah, this is the last thing we'll do before just a final stretch. So one hand to the shoulder and then the other, just touching up, going 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need to put your knees down, do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Push to a downward dog. Bend one knee, bend the other. Look under your armpit. Walk your feet to your hands. Interlace your hands behind your back. Drop them down. Bend and straighten your knees. If you feel dizzy, don't do this, right? Listen to your body. Tune in to the main channel, you, what it feels like to be you in your body. And then release your hands. Bend your knees. Roll it all the way up. Cameraman, get that angle right. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go. Again, inhale, expand, fill up, reach for the heavens, reach for your dreams. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Last one. Reach for the inspiration, man. Reach it up, stretch, open, and let it go. Shake it out. Anyone out there in the TV world and you made it this far, you win the prize. You have the capacity to make it through an entire class. Yay! Or whenever you came in. Brava, bravo, well done. I am closing it out. So thank you for showing